and start talking graphic. Yeah, but it happened now. I'm just saying. Man, use the first one. Yeah, I've done it I think in schoolyard ball, but not in. Like I said, it may not, I won't come into fruition, but no. Nice, huh? Jack, we're not getting. Yeah. Are you getting them in the streets? I just talked. You hear any of that? I just did the whole thing. Can you hear it? I kept on talking just in case.
You can hear them, but you can hear them from me.
They shouldn't have any audio. The audio should only be coming out of there. Audio. Go back. Go back. How did you do the audio the other time? Go back here. Where'd you get those audio things? Shh.
No.
So we're here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel. The count is 1-1 on the leadoff batter, Tia DePaulo. She fouls one off. And the count is now 1-2. On the mound today for the Firebirds is number 6, Haley McGreevy. So far this year, she has notched 62 innings pitched under her belt as the 1-2 on the way. Misses just outside to DePaulo and is now evened up at 2-2.
Hey, tough with 2 sticks. Here we go. Foul the ball. Snap.
DePaulo playing first base today for the Titans. The 2-2 pitch on the way from McGreevy. Misses high, ball 3. Looked like a little bit of a rise ball there. And DePaulo has run the count full to lead off the game for the Titans. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball down the third base line. Good stop over there by the third baseman. Throw is high, but she stays on the bag for the out. Good play over there by Lauren O'Brien at third base. And good job by Brianna Scabilia to stay on the base for the out for the Firebirds. 1 down.
That's his percent. Can't wait. You didn't hear it out of the other one. You only heard it out of this one. You didn't hear it out of the other one.
Yeah, you got it. 10 and the easiest out for you.
What do you have?
The outside corner for strike one. Good pitch there by McGreevy to get strike one and get ahead in the count. The 0-1 delivery on the way from McGreevy. Swing and a miss for strike two. Looked a little bit late there on that fastball from McGreevy. Couldn't catch up to it and is now down in the count 0-2. Be interested to see here if McGreevy just tries to play around with Perino or just goes straight after and gets aggressive, trying to get the out as quickly as possible. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike three. That'll do it for the top of the first. Titans get no runs on one hit. And Kellenberg now coming up to bat in the bottom of the first. It'll be right back here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Firebirds will be number 13, Lauren O'Brien. O'Brien has 5 homers this season for this Firebird squad. And she'll be going against arguably one of the best pitchers in the league, Jada Bartfield. As that first pitch from Bartfield is on the outside corner for strike one. Anything we've seen from Bartfield throughout this year, she has done a good job of getting ahead in the count, getting that first pitch strike over. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Got her with the changeup, strike two. O'Brien was way out in front of that one. Swinging out of a little bit of a pitch in the dirt there as Bartfield is quickly ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 on the way. Line drive foul down the right field line and off the fence. Bartfield has come out throwing straight strikes here for the Titans to start this one. She has thrown 3 pitches and 3 strikes so far. The 0-2, another 0-2 on the way. Ground ball back to Bartfield in the circle. Steps and fires to DePaulo at first for the out. And 1 down now for the Titans in the bottom of the first. So before the next batter happens, we'll take a quick look at this defensive alignment for the Titans. At third, the freshman Bella Katechis. At short, the senior Natalie Hernandez. At second, another senior Madison Frokes. At first, junior Tia DePaulo. There's the first pitch in there for strike one. Behind the plate, the senior Emma Brussel, and in the circle, the junior Jada Brussel. The alpha from left to right. Sophomore, Lily Brussel. Sophomore, Angie's. As that one is fouled off. 0-2. Quickly, the count now. In center field, the sophomore, Angie Santarpia. And in right field, the senior, Alex Perino. The 0-2 pitch on the way from Bartfield. Got her looking. Strike 3 on the outside corner. What a pitch there from Jada Barfield. And there's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Barfield has come out throwing straight heat for the Titans in this one. As she strikes out Molly Selekia there for the second out. Batting now is Anna Anzalone. As that first pitch there misses just outside for ball 1. The 1-0 on the way from Barfield. Misses low with a changeup in the dirt. Good block over there by Brussel. The 2-0 on the way misses outside. Ball 3 is quickly falling behind 3-0 on Anzalone. Now what she wanted to do to start off this hitter, the 3-0 on the way. In there on the outside corner for strike 1. Barfield trying to battle her way back into the count now. Gets that first strike in there, is now 3-1. 3-1 on the way from Barfield. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And Barfield has now battled all the way back into a 3-2 count for the Titans. The payoff pitch on the way from Barfield. Misses just outside, ball 4. I mean, by mere inches, she missed that one. Now batting for the Firebirds. The cleanup hitter, Mackenzie McDonald, the catcher. First pitch on the way. Anzalone fake stealing second. Zawin was in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on the way from Barfield. Misses outside, ball 1. Count is now even on McDonald. As the Firebird dugout willing McDonald on here. The 1-1 on the way. Changeup, swing and a miss for strike 2. Barfield has consistently pumped that changeup in there for the Titans. Easily getting ahead and using that after that blazing fastball. The 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As that'll end the inning. Anzalone stealing didn't matter on that one. And at the end of 1, it is Holy Trinity nothing, Kellenberg nothing on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
While many students spent their February break close to home, a group from our school traveled across Europe, immersing themselves in new cultures, historic landmarks, and unforgettable experiences.
Okay, hi, I'm Yui. I'm a junior. I just went on the recent Europe trip to Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. It was a great experience. We learned so much. Not only was it a chance to explore the world, but it was a opportunity for us to be able to learn about different cultures and different types of traditions, and it was just absolutely amazing.
Their journey began in Switzerland, where the city of Lucerne set the tone, with historic streets, scenic views, and hands-on experiences that brought Swiss culture to life. From exploring Old Town to spending an evening learning traditional music and games, students quickly found themselves fully immersed.
Cut off it. Welcome back here on the Holy Trail School YouTube channel. Jack Clarity on the call for you all here today. Natalie Hernandez up, squares to bunt the first pitch, pulls back on ball 1. Haley McGreevy in the circle with the 1-0 count. Fouled off into the mask. I'm going to see the umpire pick that one up and give it back over to McGreevy before she can make her 1-1 pitch.
Yeah, real good job by the umpire there, knowing that it hit the catcher in the mask and giving her a couple more seconds to collect herself before McGreevy delivers her next offering.
So it's a 1-1 count to Hernandez. The pitch. Soft liner hit over to short field, fired over to first, and that's going to be the first out of the inning as they retire Natalie Hernandez.
Now batting for the Titans, the third baseman, Bella Katechis. McGreevy's been making quick work of these Titans hitters so far in this one, averaging about 2 or 3 pitches per at-bat. It's the first pitch there to Bella Katechis on the outside corner. As the Titans dugout is really cheering on Katechis. They're trying to will her to get a hit here. McGreevy trying to stop that as the 0-1 pitch upcoming from McGreevy. Swing and a miss, strike 2s. Katechis quickly down 0-2 in the count against McGreevy. McGreevy's done a really good job so far of getting ahead of hitters in this one, keeping them on their back foot, not letting them get aggressive and making them have to protect with 2 strikes. The 0-2 delivery. Misses just outside, ball 1. McGreevy trying to pick off that outside corner there, but Katechis was having none of it. She lays off that one and lives to see another pitch. McGreevy collecting herself behind the rubber. Steps onto it. Comes set and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got her with the changeup. 2 outs now for the DP for the Titans today, Marilyn Dangler. As Dangler now goes over to Coach Dave Hartenstein for a few words of advice before her at bat. As looks like he's picked up something on McGreevy, trying to give Dangler a little bit of advice here, trying to help her get on base any way she can.
Might see Coach calling over Dangler just to slow things down after 2 quick outs. Dangler takes the first pitch high.
Dangler is often used as a catcher for these Titans, but today she is hitting in a DP/flex role for them. As the 1-0 on the way, swung on a miss for strike 1, excuse me. And McGreevy comes back to even the count at 1-1. So McGreevy steps back on, the 1-1 pitch on the way. A little bit late with that swing from Dangler, and it's 1-2 now, the count. On the Titans 7-hole hitter. McGreevy collects herself behind the rubber, steps back on, rocks back, delivers the pitch. Dangler fouls that one straight back. into the screen. Staying alive here with 2 strikes is what you want to see out of any hitter at any level. Staying alive, living to see another pitch, and hopefully she gets a mistake here from McGreevy. The 1-2 offering on the way. Foul tipped, held by McDonald behind the plate, and that'll do it for the top of the second. Titans get no runs on no hits, and we'll be back here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel. So welcome back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel for the bottom of the second. Current score is 0-0 between the Titans of Holy Trinity and the Firebirds of Kellenberg. Leading off for the Firebirds, it'll be Mackenzie McDonald.
Here we go, G. Come on, babe.
The first pitch to, Gianna Abenda will be ball 1. Second pitch from Barfield, swung and a miss. Strike 2. Barfield evens the count up at 1-1. As we've often seen from her today, if she misses with that first pitch, she is 90% of the time gotten that second pitch in there for a strike. The 1-1 on the way. Another changeup swung over the top of by Abenda. And Barfield now quickly flips the count 1-2 now. The pitch on the way. Blows a fastball by her for strike 3. Barfield has brought the heat early on in the game for these Titans. As that is another strikeout for her in the first 2 innings. And is 1 out now. For the 6th hitter, Ashley Becker. The first pitch on the way. Pop fly that'll scoot into left field for a base hit. Bobbled a little bit by Brussel. But Becker will hold that first with just a single as Brussel gets that back in quickly. Now batting, number 12, Kiara Irving for the Firebirds.
Madison, you're going that way, okay? See us back.
As Coach Dave Hartenstein shouting out instructions to his players, the first pitch on the way from Barfield. Irving fakes a bunt, but decides to pull back. Is that one? Just misses for ball 1. Be interested to see what they try to do here. Irving shows bunt again, pulls back again as that one misses high for ball 2. As it looks like the Firebirds are trying to advance that runner to second with less than 2, would actually be 2 outs if he sacrifices. Trying to get that first run of the game home. Pitch on the way. Irving shows bunt. Bunts it fair. Brussel makes a good play to get it over to first to DePaulo in time for the out. As a sacrifice bunt there from Kiara Irving moves Ashley Becker up to second with 2 outs. And now batting number 22, Brianna Scabilia. With 2 outs now, Scabilia will have to try to drive in Becker from second to get the first score of the game for the Firebirds. As that first pitch from Barfield hits the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 offering on the way from Barfield. Fouled off a pole and bouncing back into the field of play. It's quickly 0-2 on Scabilia. These Firebirds are ranked number 8 in class AAA of New York State, so they're a pretty good team. They're the 2 seed in this tournament, and the Titans are the 3 seed as that one misses low from Bartfield for ball 1. The winner of this 3-game series will take on the winner of the 3-game series between St. Anthony's and Sacred Heart. That is happening as we speak. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Bartfield. Changeup swung on a miss, strike 3. Bartfield is on fire to start the game for the Titans. And they'll be back for the top of the 3rd here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel.
Welcome back here on the Holy Trinity School YouTube channel. Jack Lake, Jack Clarity on the call. Top of the 3rd inning, and we're going to see first pitch strike, swing to Lily Brussel. Brussel in the 8th spot today for the Titans. Having her first at bat of the day, and she's going to see a strike, looking as she quickly falls behind 0-2. So 0-2 count to Brussel. McGreevy on the mound. Getting ahead on a lot of batters so far today. Only 16 walks so far this season. There's a swing and a miss on a nice changeup. That's a 1-2-3 first at bat to start off the top of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, as we've seen, Jack, both pitchers have effectively used the changeup in this one, as they both throw pretty hard on the mound. That changeup is a nice change of pace for them, and has consistently been getting swings and misses for them.
Now we're going to see coming up is Angie Santarpia. Santarpia takes a first pitch ball high.
Jack, it looks like McGreevy's putting pretty much all she has into these pitches. I could hear her grunting as she releases the ball.
Nice job laying off on that one. We saw almost a quick trigger, but ending up holding back from the swing there. On deck for the Titans, we see Tia DiPaolo. DiPaolo, the leadoff hitter for this Titans team. Swing and miss from Santarpia. Counts can even at 2 after a swing and a miss from Santarpia. We see, Jack, that McGreevy's been working up on these batters, right? Working up the ladder. That's where they're going to get all these swing and misses, right? You get them to swing at the belt, and they'll keep them working up on the letters.
Yeah, she's been climbing ladder all game as the 2-2 offering on the way to Santarpia. Fouled back, straight back, and out of play. It'll remain a 2-2 count. Santarpia doing a nice job of battling here. I'll be interested to see, Jack, if McGreevy tries to go back up the ladder again for the strikeout.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if I saw that, or if I saw maybe a changeup, which she just got a swing and miss from Emma Brussel. Counts even at 2. Here's the pitch. Fouled back.
As I'll be interested to see here, Jack. Me personally, on this one, I would just try to go high fastball, see if she chases, and if not, I just try to throw a change up there, get off the 2-2 pitch on the way. Got her with the changeup, strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts from McGreevy, 2 straight strikeouts on changeups. 2 outs now, and back to the top of the order for the Titans with Tia DePaulo. As McGreevy steps back into the circle. The O delivery on the way. Misses up to DePaulo for ball 1. And as you saw there, Jack, McGreevy got a nice strikeout on Santapia on another changeup. So she's been really flaunting that changeup here early in this one.
Yeah, that changeup's definitely going to throw off batters. Especially if you keep on working up, but you keep on working up the ladder, throwing their harder pitches, then you can just change up speeds. That's going to get the hitters for the Titans really off balance. That's what's going to make a good pitcher in this league. The 1-1 pitch. Apollo hits a ground ball, fielded over at second, fired over to first, and that will retire the side. And it'll bring up the Firebirds, looking to put the first runs on the board here in this league semifinals. We'll find out what happens when we come back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. Kellenberg Firebirds looking to put some damage on the board here. There's a first pitch strike from Bartfield, who's been pretty good so far. Right, throwing a lot of strikes, and that's what's going to be a key difference in this game.
Yeah, Jack, and even when she has thrown a ball on one of the first couple pitches, she's always come back with a strike. Is that Owen on the way misses just outside for ball 1.
Candelario, the 9-hitter in this Firebirds order. On deck, we see Lauren O'Brien. And there's going to be a strike called on the bunt attempt from Candelario.
Yeah, as it looks like the Firebirds are trying to play a little bit of a small ball to get on base. Trying to keep Barfield off balance there. As the 1-2 on the way swung on and missed, strike 3. And the strikeout party for Jada Barfield continues in this one for the Titans.
Yeah, like we just saw in that attempted bunt from her, that was a slower pitch from Barfield, and then just getting to work back up that speed, that's going to throw off those Firebird hitters. We see the reverse of what McGreevy's doing on the other side of the ball.
Now back to the top of the order for the Firebirds, and Lauren O'Brien, as that first pitch is grounded hard down the first base side and foul. Next pitch on the way from Bartfield misses low for ball 1. Barfield has consistently gotten ahead of the Firebird hitters, and this one is the 1-1 on the way. Nice change up there to get strike two. And I have to wonder, Jack, will Barfield go back to that up and in fastball like she did for the previous batter to try to get the strikeout on O'Brien?
Yeah, nice attempt there from Barfield after showing the changeup and the slower pitch. He tries to work back up those speeds. Just couldn't get O'Brien to trigger the bat there. Just going to miss outside on that one, and the count's going to move to 3-2.
The 3-2 offering on the way, grounded to Madison Frooks, and it gets through her into center field for a base hit. Cut off by Santapia in center, right center, and fires that one back in, holding O'Brien at first. As well, the mound visit here as Emma Brussel goes out to talk to her pitcher. With one out here in the bottom of the third. That first pitch from Barfield misses outside for ball one. The 1-0 on the way. Runner on the move. Brussel throws from her knees, and she got her at second. What a throw there by Emma Brussel from her knees. Guns down Lauren O'Brien at second for the second out of the inning. What a throw there from the Titans catcher.
Yeah, nice job there by Brussels, staying aware, quick transfer, and what a job by Hernandez slapping that tag down on O'Brien to get the second out of the inning.
Does it look like Barfield tried to throw another changeup there? Trying to get a swing and a miss from Selekia. The 2-1 on the way. Line drive foul down the right field line, as that'll go into the crowd. The 2-2 pitch upcoming from Barfield to Selekia. Misses low, ball 3. And Selekia has worked the count full here on Barfield. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Misses high, ball 4. And the Firebirds have another runner now with 2 outs. And now stepping up, Anna Anzalone, the center fielder for these Firebirds. And you'd have to wonder, Jack, with how hot it is out here at this field, and especially with the turf, you have to wonder if that factors into the choices being made as to whether you want to switch your pitcher out enough if they get overheated.
Yeah, definitely watching softball, the pitchers have a little more resilience when it comes down to their arms when it's compared to baseball. So that's definitely a step up that these softball players have, but that heat definitely makes a difference. These players have been playing in the cold for mostly the whole season, and now you're going to come out on a hot, sunny day and towards the end of May, and you're in the postseason. Emotions are high, and we'll see how that plays on Jay Barfield and McGreevy as we see a wild pitch, and the Firebirds will advance to second on that.
Yeah, Jack, look so far in this one that the Firebirds have been really aggressive on the base paths, as that is their second stolen base attempt in this one. They are 1 for 2 so far, as that one got away from Barfield a little bit for a wild pitch. The 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2, blew that fastball by her. Barfield has come out throwing really hard for the Titans in this one. Maybe we'll see if she's going to pair this with a nice changeup here to try to get the third out of the inning. That's been her bread and butter all season, Jack. Instead, she throws, looked like a drop ball there, and got her looking for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back for the top of the fourth here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel.
Good morning, Titans. Today we're here at the Aquinas Expo, where 26 different teams from 16 schools across Long Island came to showcase their projects.
The students found a problem in society that they thought had to be fixed, and over the past couple months have been researching a solution. Let's take a look. Aquinas is a research program where we're handed a task of choosing an essential question and researching upon it. Our group in specific had the mindset of how can we use our essential question to benefit our peers in school.
So to me, Aquinas is like a great opportunity for people to make the community a better place and make changes in our world for the better.
Today's students showcase projects about Catholic virtues in everyday life, recycling, marine health, mental health, how technology spiritually shapes us, and using water to reduce energy waste.
These are just a couple examples of all the great projects here today.
So we are back here at Ken Conrad Field on the campus of Kellenberg Memorial High School. As the first pitch there, Jada Barfield is taken at the knees for strike one.
Yeah, Barfield in their last at-bat, we saw a hard ground ball hit back to McGreevy. They were able to field that one and fire it over to first to get the first out of the inning. Falls back behind with an 0-1 count. We'll see what Barfield can do in her second at-bat today. She's going to take a strike right at the belt, and she quickly falls behind 0-2.
McGreevy's done a really good job of attacking these hitters so far, Jack. And she is a strikeout pitcher, having 42 strikeouts in 62 innings for these Firebirds. The 0-2 delivery on the way. Pop fly, good catch made at second by Julia Candelario. Able to rob Barfield of a hit there and get the first out of the inning for the Firebirds.
And that'll bring up Emma Brussel. Emma Brussel getting the first hit of the game so far for the Titans. The first and only. She's going to look to deliver once again with one out. Top of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch to Brussel. Brussel swinging early. Hits a long fly ball back to center field. Moving back on and making a nice catch is Anzalone. So two nice swings on the ball so far from Emma Brussel. She's coming out firing for the Titans, but they quickly get two outs, and that'll bring up Alex Perino, who struck out swinging to end the first inning in her first at-bat.
Yeah, Jack, Brussel put a good charge into that one. Just didn't get all of it, as Anzalone was able to track that down in center field for the out.
Brings up Perino. She's swinging early too, and that's going to be a nice line drive and a good play by Candelario. And the Titans, after putting a couple good swings on the ball, are going to quickly fall down 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. We're going to move into the bottom of the fourth. We'll find out what happens when we come back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel.
Hi, my name is Leah Butler, and this is my campaign, Be Kind. The Be Kind board is a new initiative focused on spreading kindness and positivity throughout our school community. Students can decorate colorful sticky notes with sweet messages or acts of kindness they've done or received during the school day. It's a take one, leave one system. You may choose a sticky note to take from the board and leave a new one in return. I want you to recognize the silent battles students face every day. Although we have no idea what goes on behind closed doors, the most we can do is spread kindness and provide an outlet for students to feel uplifted by their peers. The smallest act of kindness can create huge change.
Welcome back here on the Hoy Trans School YouTube channel. Jack Clarity on the call here for you guys here today at the beautiful Ken Conrad softball field on the campus of Kellenberg Memorial High School. We see a couple defensive changes for the Titans. We see Tia DiPaolo moving over to second base, and Marilyn Dangler, who's in the DP spot, will move over to first base. So the Titans are going to drop down to 9. Here's the pitch from Bartfield, and she's going to quickly fall behind 2-0 to McDonald. McDonald in her last at-bat, striking out, swinging to Bartfield.
Yeah, Jack, Barfield's done a really good job here early in this game of mixing together her changeup and a fastball. As that one is out on the outside corner for strike 2. Excuse me, strike 1.
So falling behind 2-1 is Bartfield as she's facing 4, 5, 6, the heart of this Firebirds lineup, but she's working to come back as the count moves even at 2-2.
McDonald is the catcher today for the Firebirds. He's done a good job behind the plate so far. As that pitch from Barfield, a swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout for Barfield. Second time she's gotten McDonald in the game. 1 down in the bottom of the 4th.
Nice job by Bartfield fighting all the way back here. Falling behind 2-0 and then going all the way back. That's going to be Bartfield's 7th strikeout of the day. And she's going to start off Abenda with a changeup for a strike at the knees. That one's fouled back, and after falling behind 2-0 in the last at-bat, she goes quickly ahead 0-2 to Abenda. Abenda tries to go, Bartfield tries to go back to that changeup in the 0-2 count, but just going to roll it in there over to Brussel. Now, what do you think the choice is there, Jack, going back to that changeup?
Well, Jack, the Firebirds hitter has been off all game on the changeup. She goes back to a fastball there, try to get her after that off-speed pitch, but she fouls straight back. Barfield has consistently been flip-flopping between fastball, changeup, fastball, or changeup, fastball, changeup, trying to keep these Firebirds hitters off balance.
And that's something that we see all the time. You throw a changeup, the hitter's eyes gets real big, and then they see that fastball coming. After they just saw the slow pitch, and they really try to jump at it, and that gets them off balance. You hope to get a swing and miss. So after quickly getting ahead to Abenda, who Bartfield struck out swinging last at-bat, she is fell even at 2. There's a line drive hit right into the right center gap, fielded nicely by Perino in right field, and she's going to get the ball in. So that'll be a single for Abenda with 1 out, and that will bring up Ashley Becker. Becker singling in her last at-bat. And seeing that there's a player who got a hit in their last at-bat, we're going to see the head coach of the Titans, Dave Hardenstein, calling timeout to talk to his infield. We're going to take timeout too, and we come back. We'll be right back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Hoy Trans School YouTube channel. Jack Clarity on the call for all of you here this evening. It's been a quick beginning of the game so far as we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. We saw a fake bunt attempt there by Becker, but no steal attempt from Abenda.
Yeah, Jack, the Firebirds have routinely tried to move their runners over to second with bunts. As no sign of bunt there from Becker, she takes that one outside, and the count is now even at 1-1.
And Jack, you have to imagine that the Firebirds are a little more hesitant to steal after Emma Bressel throwing out a runner just in the last inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Becker takes it at her foot, and the count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, Jack, she had to dance out of the way of that one, but good stop behind the plate there from Brussel to keep Abenda from moving up a base.
Yeah, Brussels been on fire today, putting 2 good swings on the ball and being an absolute wall back there behind the plate. Bartfield falls behind on Becker with a 3-1 count. Wouldn't it be the first time that Bartfield had to come back on one of these batters and just gets Becker to swing on that high pitch?
Yeah, Jack, that was a little bit of an awkward swing from Ashley Becker. She decided she wanted to swing too late, and that led to the swing and miss.
So the count is full here. In the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. Here's Bartfield, 3-2 to Becker. Becker swing and a miss. And Bartfield fights all the way back to get 2 outs.
Yeah, good pitch out there from Bartfield. She knew she wanted to throw a fastball there and just blew that right by the hitter in Becker.
That'll bring up Kira Irving.
Irving laid down a
first pitch.
Irving laid down a sac bunt in her first at bat for the Firebirds, moving Becker to second, who ultimately did not score. There's a looping line drive caught at second by Tia DePaulo, and that'll end the inning. At the end of 4, the score is still 0-0 here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. We'll be right back.
Welcome back here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. It has been a low-scoring, maybe no-scoring game so far between the Firebirds and the Titans of Holy Trinity High School. We are moved to the 5th inning, and leading off for the Titans will be Natalie Hernandez, a senior on this Titans team. Last at bat, Hernandez grounding out to the shortstop. And she's going to come up swinging and foul off the first pitch.
Yeah, Jack, like you said, both teams have been really strong in the circle today. Between McGreevy and Bartfield, they have been shutting down both offenses, only allowing about 3 hits so far in total. That just tells you how good both of these pitchers are at limiting runs and limiting base runners.
McGreevy gets ahead 0-1. Here's the pitch. Hernandez fouls it back into herself, and the count is 0-2.
McGreevy's done a really good job this game of getting ahead of hitters and staying ahead. She does not have a walk thus far in this one, with a multitude of strikeouts.
0-2 count to Hernandez. She's going to have to widen up and protect here. She takes a close ball there. So 1-2 count to Hernandez. Ground out to shorten her last at bat. Hits a ground ball to third base. Fields fires over to first. That'll be the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Lauren O'Brien to retire Natalie Hernandez.
Yeah, and Jack, to circle back on that last point about both pitchers being strong in the circle, they've combined for 13 strikeouts in this one. 8 from Bartfield and 5 from McGreevy. So now stepping up for the Titans, number 5, Bella Katechis.
Bella Katechis striking out swinging in her first at bat. And she's going to take a first pitch strike. So with Katechis, as we saw, the 6 that are after her was the 6, 7, 8, 9, all falling with the strikeout. So as we get to this part in the lineup, we just want to see some more swings. And as we see that, Katechis is going to put a hit on the board for the Titans as she hits a ground ball up the middle. So a little bit of action here with 1 out. That'll bring up Marilyn Dangler.
Yeah, Jack, Katechis put a good swing on that one, drove it up the middle, and passed all the infielders for the single.
Dangler striking out to end the top of the second inning in her last at bat. She's going to look to put the bat on the ball here and put some action into this Kellenberg Firebirds defense. Quick swing and a miss, and what you see from Dangler really moved up in the box. Probably expecting that changeup that she saw in her first at bat.
Yeah, it seems like all the Titans hitters have moved up in the box. This is something Coach Dave Hardenstein has told them to do, as they've been able to catch all of them before they drop, and they've been out in front as Dangler fouls one over our heads and into the shrubbery. Down in the count now, 0-2.
So Dangler falls behind 0-2. A lot of 2-strike counts that we've seen so far today between these two teams. But that's what happens when you have 2 pitchers between McGreevy and Bartfield that both throw a lot of strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Dangler. Nice job working up the ladder by McGreevy, but cannot get Dangler to bite.
Yeah, good job by Dangler, checking her swing, able to stay back, realizing that it was not going to be a strike, as that rise ball looked to just run a little bit up on her.
So the 1-2 count to Dangler. Katechis over at first. Here's the pitch. Tries to work upstairs again and will not get the swing from Dangler. Count moves even at 2.
Now, Jack, if I was McGreevy here, after throwing multiple pitches up to Dangler, I'd have to try to bury one low in the dirt and maybe see if he could get a chase.
Yeah, I would definitely look to go back to that changeup that she's thrown earlier in this game. But, Jack, that all depends on if she can get that changeup pitch over the plate for a strike. You don't want to lose a hitter that you had earlier in this at-bat, 0-2. Counts even at 2. Here's the pitch of Dangler. Swing, pops it up, over to second base, diving, making the play, and doubling her off at first is the Firebirds. So a heads-up play there at second base by Candela Rio to get the out herself on the diving play and throw it over to first base to double her off. That's going to end the top of the 5th inning. When we come back, it's the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel. Okay, here we go. Welcome back here on the Holy Trinity School YouTube channel. Jack Clarity on the call for you all this evening. Bottom of the fifth inning. Bartfield's going to start off Skabilia with a nice pitch, but just outside of the zone and falls behind 1-0. Skabilia in her first at-bat, striking out, looking to end the bottom of the second inning to Bartfield. Bartfield quickly falls behind 2-0.
This is one of the rare times we've seen Bartfield fall behind by multiple pitches in the count here as the 2-0 pitch on the way. In there for strike one. And as Bartfield does, she battles back, throws a strike, and gets herself back into the count.
Skabilia, the 8-hitter in this Firebirds lineup. And Bartfield's going to get her to swing and miss. And a low pitch just below her knees. The count's going to move to be even at 2. Candelario sitting on deck. Skabilia hits a ground ball back to Bartfield. Easily fires over to Dangler at first. And that will retire Skabilia.
Jack, Bartfield has been dealing today. What do you think she's done to get ahead and stay ahead of these Firebirds hitters and be so effective?
Yeah, definitely just throwing strikes, Jack. We talk about it when we do baseball. We're going to talk about when we do softball. If these pitchers can throw strikes, get ahead of batters, that makes such a big difference in these games. See a bunt attempt there from Candelario, as she cannot pull back. The second time we've seen the Firebirds not be able to pull back their bunt attempt. And that would have been a ball as it was rolling all the way back to the backstop. Last at bat, Candelario striking out, looking to get the first out. She's going to try the bunt again. Bartfield makes a quick throw over to first. Cannot be handled by Dangler. And Perino's there to back it up.
Yeah, Jack, like you said, Firebirds not being able to get their bat out of the way on that ball. Everything for Candelario evacuated but her bat, as that one was still crossing over the plane. But she redeemed herself, got it down, and the thing about bunting in softball with the bases being so close, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense to make the play.
Yeah, that's a second second error made by the Titans in this game. And these errors, I mean, they haven't gotten to them yet so far, obviously, as the Firebirds haven't scored any runs, but they can start to add up. So they really need to clean up the defense, and Bartfield has to keep working, keep throwing strikes. But the Firebirds are right back at the top of the order with Lauren O'Brien.
As it looked like Emma Brussel faked a throw there down to first and had Candelario diving back head first into the base. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball to Tia DePaulo at second. Steps and throws. Not in time as O'Brien is able to beat out that soft ground ball. It took a little bit too much time there. Did DePaulo at second. And O'Brien, hustling all the way, was able to leg that one out for an infield single.
So after Bartfield retiring the past couple of batters and getting a quick early first out on a ground ball back to herself, we see an error and then an infield single. And now just like that, we see the 2-hitter up to bat and runners on first and second.
This Barfield's going to have to shake off this little bit of an infield struggle here to start the inning. As we're going to have another mound visit, Coach Dave Hartenstein comes out to talk to his pitcher again. As we're going to take a break while they talk here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel.
One there and one there.
So runners on first and second. In the bottom of the fifth inning, Jada Bartfield is going to have to work out of a jam here if she wants to keep the Firebirds scoreless. So there's a ball low, and she's going to quickly fall behind 0-2 to the two-hitter for Kellenberg. Slekia is the shortstop for Kellenberg. And she won't bite at that high pitch. And now she can be quite selective as she is way ahead in this count, 3-0.
I'd have to assume, Jack, here, if you're Selekia, you don't want any part of this next pitch. I don't think you're going to swing. Don't even think about it. As a 3-0 pitch is swung on, hit down the right field line. Fair! As that'll bounce out of play. As one run scores there on the ground rule double from Molly Selekia on a 3-0 pitch. And that drives in the first run of the game for the Firebirds. They lead 1-0 with runners on second and third with one out.
Yes, thinks that was a ground rule double if you're the Firebirds because it looks like O'Brien definitely would have come around to score for them. So that's a nice break for the Titans, but the situation really doesn't change as they still have to work out of a jam here. And Bartfield just throws a wild pitch, and that's going to allow O'Brien to score. Heads up base running for the Firebirds. And just like that, after being held scoreless for 4 1/3, the Firebirds get a 2-run lead.
Yeah, that one looked to get a little bit away from Bartfield there. And then she just couldn't cover home in time with O'Brien's speed, and she scores. As Anzalone fouls that one back to the screen. Count is now even at 1-1.
Anzalone up for the Firebirds. She's a 3-hitter in this order for them. A senior on this Kellenberg team. In her first at-bat, we saw a walk and striking out looking to end the bottom of the third inning in her second at-bat. So runner on third here for Kellenberg. And a 2-1 count as Bartfield's had a little bit of trouble finding the zone here after coming into a little bit of trouble. And that's going to be another run for Kellenberg as we see Tia DePaulo make a nice play going to her backhand over at second base. That'll be 2 outs for the Titans, but not before Kellenberg will bring home the third run and the third run of this inning and the third run of the game for them.
Yeah, Jack, this inning has been pretty much an inning to forget for the Titans in the field. Barfield's going to have to lock in here, get them off the field, and get those bats back up to the plate and try to get something off of McGreevy. That pitch is in there on the outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, McDonald up for Kellenberg. Barfield having success against her so far in this game with 2 strikeouts swinging. She gets her to swing once again on the pitch in the dirt, and Bartfield comes ahead 0-2. So
yeah, good changeup right there by Bartfield, catching McDonald off balance. Let's see if she'll go back here with a fastball. But instead goes with another changeup and gets her swinging for strike 3. The 9th strikeout of the game for Bartfield. And at the end of 5, Holy Trinity 0, Kellenberg 3, here on the Holy Trinity Titans YouTube channel.
Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel is quite the bottom of the 5th inning for the Firebirds as they plated 3 runs. Titans looking to come back here as it's the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Titans is going to be Lily Brussel. Brussel striking out swinging in her first at-bat. She squares to Abundance, pulling it back on the outside pitch. And the count moves to 1-0. McGreevy throwing a great game so far. 5 scoreless innings. With 5 strikeouts. One-0 pitch. Brussel swings. It's just going to fall in to right field. Nice job by Brussel. As she just gets that one to fall in over the head of Candelario.
Yeah, good swing right there by Lily Brussel, taking that pitch where it was hit. Pitch on the outside corner, takes it the opposite way for the single.
If the Titans are going to want to come back here as they're trailing, they will need all parts of this lineup to deliver. There's a wild pitch for McGreevy, and taking second base is going to be Lily Brussel, but the Titans need to be careful on the bases as they still trail by 3. Sandra P in her last at-bat, striking out, swinging. It was the final one of 4 strikeouts in a row that McGreevy had at that time. 1-0 count to Sandra P as she squares to bunt. It's just going to go foul as it gets picked up by McDonald, but a good idea by Holy Trinity head coach Dave Hardenstein just to get these runners to move over on the bases. Counts even at 1 to Sandra Pia. She's going to swing at that outside pitch, and she falls behind. 1-2. One-two count to Sandra Pia. Have to protect here. And she's going to go down, striking out, looking. That's going to bring up the top of the order for the Titans. One-0 count to DePaulo. Brussel stands on second. And DePaulo takes the pitch just at the numbers. So top of the order here for the Titans with a runner on second and 1 out. DePaulo, Bartfield, and Emma Brussel, who's been putting on some absolute hacks here today. 1-1 to DePaulo. Gets her swinging on that outside high pitch, just the one before that was called looking. DePaulo will have to be protective here as she's behind in the count. Here's McGreevy in the circle. Nice side by DePaulo.
Yeah, it looked like McGreevy tried to go back up the ladder again to DePaulo, but just couldn't get that one to land.
2-2 pitch to DePaulo. And McGreevy will get her to swing and miss on that high pitch. And McGreevy trying to work her way out of this jam as she gets the second out of the inning. The two-hitter in this Titans order, Bartfield. 0 for 2 so far on the day. And she's going to go down swinging on that first pitch. Nice changeup by McGreevy. In our last at-bat, we saw a bloop pop out to the second baseman, Candelario. In our first at-bat, we saw a ground out to McGreevy. 0-1 pitch to Bartfield. High fly ball moving in on it and making the catch. Firebirds are going to work out of the jam as Anzalone makes the catch. We're going to move into the bottom of the sixth inning. Titans still trail the Firebirds 3-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back here on the Holy Tricycle YouTube channel. Jack Lake and Jack Clarity on the call for you all this evening here at the Ken Conrad Sports softball field, on the campus of Kellenberg Memorial High School. Quite the softball field that we're at here today. It's newly renovated. Nice turf field they got going on here. Nice new dugouts and a great place to play a playoff game.
Yeah, Jack, the weather is warm. Gloves are ready. Bats are popping. It's just playoff softball for you.
Leading off for Kellenberg will be 5, 6, 7. And starting it off will be Gianna Abenda. Abenda 1 for 2 on the day. Striking out her first at-bat and a single to right field in her second. Bartfield falling behind 3-0. Have to assume Abenda's going to be taking here. And she will. On the ball. High and outside. So she's going to start things off with a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Ashley Becker. 1 for 2 on the day with a single in her first at-bat. Nice block there by Emma Brussel. That's going to be 5 balls in a row for Jada Bartfield, and you have to assume that Becker and the Firebirds will be taking a strike. Or not. And she's going to swing at that nice fastball at the knees. Counts even at 1. And Becker takes a pitch on the outside corner. 1-2.
Yes, Barfield's going to have to limit the damage here for the Titans, being down 3 with only 3 outs left to play with.
Nice job by Bartfield, getting the swinging strikeout by Becker. Second time she's going to get her to strike out here today. It was a nice throw by Emma Brussel, but that umpire over at second didn't see it. Nice job by Brussel. Counts 1-0. That pitch is going to miss. And it'll be a 2-0 count to Irving.
Yeah, Jack, we've seen the Firebirds fake bunt a lot in this game, and they have tried to lay a couple down. As another bunt there, but pulled back by Irving. And the count is now 2-1.
Yeah, Coach Conrad and the Firebirds probably looking to get a runner over on third for Scabilia to try to drive in. Irving already had a sac bunt earlier in this game as he takes a strike at the knees. In a second at bat, we saw a ground out to start the inning to Bartfield. And a swing and a miss. Nice job by Bartfield fighting all the way back and getting the strikeout on Irving. That's the second one in a row, but still a runner on second after the stolen base by the Firebirds.
Now batting.
Firebirds coming into this game having 109 stolen bases.
Now batting for the Firebirds, Brianna Scabilia.
Scabilia striking out, looking at her first at bat, and a ground out to pitcher Jada Bartfield in her second. 2 outs, 1-0 count. The ball going to get past Emma Brussel, and taking third base will be a Benda. So Benda getting on the walk, stealing second base, and then advancing to third on the wild pitch. The 2-0 pitch to Scabilia. Bartfield's going to get her swing on that one on the outside half.
Good pitch right there from Bartfield. Really challenging Scabilia there at 2-0, making her put one in play and driving another run for the Firebirds. Blew that one right by her. The 2-1 on the way. In there for strike two. And like we've seen so often, and not just this game, but this whole season, if Bartfield gets behind, she's done a great job of battling back, even to the count now at 2-2. A good chance of getting the out here.
Scabilia fouls that one back, and she will not go down without a fight. Won't be the first time that Bartfield has to work out of a jam with a runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Now it's going to go in the dirt. Nice block by Emma Brussel. Jada Bartfield works her way into a 3-2 count. Scabilia takes the one high at the letters, and that will make a first and third situation for the Titans. And we'll see a pinch runner here by Coach Conrad as Scabilia will come out, and coming in to run will be Maggie Heller. Maggie Heller, the only freshman on this Kellenberg Firebirds team. First pitch swinging by Candelario. A 1 count, first and third. Here's Bartfield. Quickly getting ahead, 0-2. Candelario in her first at-bat, striking out swinging to start off the bottom of the third inning and reaching safely and coming all the way to score after reaching on an error by Jada Bartfield in a bunt. And she's going to go down 1-2-3 as she strikes out looking. And the Titans will have their last chance here in the top of the seventh to put up a couple runs as they trail 3-0. Welcome back here on the Holy Tricycle YouTube channel. Top of the 7th inning, and it'll be the last chance for the Titans to try to put up 3 runs to at least tie it and force a bottom of the 7th here against the Firebirds. Now this will not be it, and the winner of this game will not be moving on to the finals. This is game 1 of a 3-game series. Well, excuse me, a best of 3 series between these two teams. And if the score stands like this would be the closest game that these two teams have played together all year. Emma Brussel putting on good swings in the ball all day with a single in her first at-bat and a deep fly ball out to center in her last at-bat. Looking to get something going in the top of the 7th inning. So like I said, this is the best 2 out of 3. So tomorrow we will be seeing a game over when the Titans are home at Abe Levitt Field. We'll be broadcasting that on the Holy Trinity YouTube channel. We'll be on the call for you once again. And it'd be great to see these two teams force a 3-game series and make it a nice, exciting matchup for who's going to get into the league finals. Nice job by Emma Brussel working the at-bat as the count moves to be even at 2. This is the 2 against the 3 seed between the Firebirds and the Titans. There's also the 1 seed against the 4 seed between St. Anthony's and Sacred Heart. That series has just ended as St. Anthony's has won 2 games against Sacred Heart. So they will be moving on to the league final series that will be hosted, a best 2 out of 3, at Hofstra University. Two 2 count to Emma Brussel. She's going to foul off another one.
Yeah, like you said, Jack, Emma Brussel putting up a great at-bat in this one, seeing everything McGreevy has to offer, not going down without a fight, as the 2-2 pitch is on the way from McGreevy.
Brussel hits a high fly ball, just falling foul, as is out of reach of Irving. The 9th pitch of this at-bat coming now. 2-2 count to Emma Brussel. Brussel putting another good swing on the ball, but moving over and making the catch is Anzalone. So Brussel out of luck in the last 2 at-bats after putting 2 good swings in the ball. And the Titans are down to their last 2 outs. But nonetheless, still a 9-pitch at-bat for Emma Brussel.
Yeah, that was a good at-bat there by Brussel, Jack. Didn't get the result she wanted, but put up a great fight trying to rally for her team.
It's going to bring up Alex Perino. Over 2 on the day so far, striking out, swinging, and lining out to second base as she swings and misses at the first pitch and falls behind 0-1. 0-1 count to Perino. Fouls that one off and falls behind 0-2. Caprino hits a ground ball, moving over, fielding, firing over first. That's the second out. Nice play by Selekia. And 2 outs here at Ken Conrad Field. And the Titans are down to their last out. And they will have a senior up to bat, Natalie Hernandez. Over 2 after hitting 2 ground balls over the left side of the field. McGreevy over to Hernandez. She takes the first pitch, ball outside. Hernandez pops that one over, moving over and making the catch is Anzalone. And that will bring this game to a close. What a job pitching by McGreevy. And the Firebirds will come ahead in game 1 and get the 3-0 win. The final line on McGreevy, 7 innings, 3 hits allowed, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Like we said, coming into this game with McGreevy, 62 innings pitched, 45 Ks and only 16 walks, and she delivered on that here today. Barfield also throwing a great game on the other side of the field. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned after 2 errors made by the Titans. 4 walks, but 12 strikeouts, Jack. 12 strikeouts, pretty impressive day by Jada Barfield.
Yeah, really good outing by Barfield today. Didn't get the result she and her team wanted, but really impressive game for her. Like you said, Jack, those 12 strikeouts, but a couple of errors from that Titans team cost them in this one.
Yeah, we see a nice hit by Lily Brussel and Emma Brussel, the 2 Brussels delivering to get 2 good hits. And we see one more by the Titans later on in the game. But the Titans cannot come ahead and play to run, and thus so they will fall in this game 1, 3-0. Like I said before, this is the best 2 out of 3 series, so the Titans will be looking to force a game number 3 as they go home to Abe Levitt Field tomorrow. Game will be scheduled for 4:30 here on the Holy Trinity High School YouTube channel, and I, Jack Like, will be on the call. For our whole Holy Trinity Media Broadcasting crew, this is Jack Clarity. I'm Jack Like, signing off. Good night.